there were people walking their dogs. And every time people are walking their dogs, I just go like I'm gone. Social anxiety owns my ass. Hello everyone, I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. My name is Sarah and I'm gonna do a TBR video today. So it's March, the 6th of March, and that means another TBR, another stack of books that I'll probably not read, but I have faith in this month. So that's good. This month, my mom and my best friend picked out the books that I gotta read. Well, not gotta, but will maybe read. So I asked my mom what books she would pick out of a stack of books. And I asked my best friend what books he would pick out of the same stack of books. And they both chose, some similar ones, but they also chose some different ones. And it's up to me to choose which ones I want to end up reading. But the ones that they both picked those are definitely on my TBR, you know? I hope that makes any sense. So let's go. Also, my best friend and mom aren't in a group chat with me or something because that's just weird. No, I asked them separately and they agreed on some of them. That's basically it. It isn't weird, so don't be weirded out. This was the picture I sent them both. The books that they agreed on. First off, this was one that has been on the TBR for a while now, and I'm still not completely sure if I will like it, but it's Flock by Kate Stewart. I have recently heard a lot about this book, and I'm not sure why, but I heard the second book is like heartbreaking. Also heard that this book follows some crime or something. It's like a darker romance, I guess. And I'm excited about that because I do enjoy a dark romance, but I'm kind of apprehensive because I'm like, will I like this? Will I find this boring? Because I did a little flip through and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so boring. I'm gonna be bored out as fuck. But I'm not sure if that's what actually happened. Maybe it's just my thinking, my thoughts, you know. I guess we'll have to try this month. Then the other book that they agreed on is The Doll's House by MJ Arledge. This is the third installment into a series. This is about a woman who is kidnapped, and apparently this person who does the kidnapping, she isn't the first one who gets kidnapped by that person. Because we also see a little point of view of some persons who are going on a vacation and they find a dead body. So that's not the first. I did read 190 pages of this, but then I just stopped reading it for some reason. I was really enjoying it, but then I just stopped reading it and I haven't been in the mood since. But I feel like this month the mood will strike me again to read a thriller because these are heavier books. But recently I've been really into horror movies like Saw, what else? The Invisible Man, that was a really good movie. So I guess I'll try to read this again. I will start from the beginning because it has been like more than a year since I read this. Now for the next 3 books I get to decide myself. So this is the picture that my mom sent me. It says that she wants me to read The Doll's House, which we already discussed, Flock. But she also thought I would enjoy Marriage for One. Or maybe she knows that it's been on my TBR for way too long. Because she is up to date to what kinds of books I read and what kinds of books I don't read while they're still on my shelf. So she picked The Dead Romantics. That has been a recent addition to my TBR and I'm so fucking excited. So maybe I'll choose this one for my TBR. Pucking Wild. This had been delivered yesterday and I'm so freaking excited to start it because I read Pucking Around and I really enjoyed that. That's basically it. So those were the books my mom has picked, and my best friend Michael also picked some really good choices. Michael picked Twilight and The Hunger Games. Duh, that's what he said. He was like, yeah, The Hunger Games. He also picked Consider Me by Becca Mack. That has been added to my TBR recently as well. That was it. So now I'm the one who gets to decide what other books I want on the TBR. I'm really sad about Indigo Ridge though. Like, I really wanted this on my freaking TBR, but it's not. We'll probably still read it this month. But you know, it's not on the TBR. I picked the third book. It's Pucking Wild by Emily Rath. I just talked about this. I'm so excited and I'm like, why wait, you know? I love the concept of this book. It's an age gap romance, so I think the guy is like 23 and the girl, it's reverse age gap. And the girl, the woman, she's I think 33. So it's 10 years and it is a chunky book. It is definitely chunky. It's 600 pages, but I have read more books with this amount of pages, so I'll just get to it. It does help that I'm really excited for this book. I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. It's about Tess, and we saw her in the previous book, Pucking Around, and she was such a baddie. Absolutely adored her, loved her, so I'm really thrilled to be getting her book. The next pick, I want like a variety of genres, so I'm picking The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I have watched the first and the second movie, so I watched Hunger Games and Catching Fire Part 1. I also watched The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I absolutely adored that. That's the reason why I bought this book in the first place. I don't need to tell you guys what this book is about, because you obviously already know, but if you're unaware of what this book is about, it's about this world. It's a dystopian, so that means it's set in the future. It's about this world where every year there's an annual Hunger Games, and 2 people out of every district, there's 12 districts, gets picked to fight to the death, basically. And there's only one winner. So 2 people out of the district gets chosen. They fight to the death in this arena kind of thing, and that's it. That's basically the premise of the story, and I really, really love that concept. It's original, but you know, it's not original anymore, but back when this was written, it was original. This is also YA, and I do enjoy the writing style that YA books have. So I'm also excited for this one. All right, last pick. Here's the thing. I am debating on adding Consider Me or The Dead Romantics to the TBR. I'm not sure what book I should go for because I think I'll love both of them. I'm not sure about this one, but I have this feeling that I'm gonna enjoy my time reading it, so that's why I want to read it. And this one, I just feel like this is like a different read than what I usually go for, but that's why I'm excited about this one. So it's like, I'm not sure. I think I'll go for The Dead Romantics, honestly. That is only because Consider Me has more than 500 pages, and The Dead Romantics has 350 pages, I think. Just under 350 pages. So that is the only reason why, because I do have a thick book on the TBR already. The Dead Romantics is a magical realism book. I'm not really sure. It's like fantasy, but then like really mild and set in the real world, but it's not urban fantasy either, because it's not high fantasy. I'm not sure how to describe it, but if someone knows, leave it in the comments. I don't care. Just do it, because I'm not sure what it actually is. So this is about an author, and she meets someone who is also an author or like a publisher or something like that, but he's a ghost. At least that's what I gathered from reading the description and stuff. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out to be, but I'm excited to find out. So overview of books. First off, we have Flock. This is really awkward position. Flock, part of the Ravenhood series. The Doll's House, a thriller. Fucking Wild, romance book I'm really excited for. The Hunger Games, a book that I definitely should have read sooner. And The Dead Romantics. And I just talked about this, but I'm really excited about this one too. I think that this is a great selection of books, and I'm really excited. I know I used the word excited too much, but I think this is going to be a really fun time. I think this is going to be a good month. I have the feeling that's going to be a good month, and I feel like I'm very positive about this TBR. I feel like I can at least read 2 of them, which is already an accomplishment for me, you know? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you maybe got some recommendations out of this video. Who knows? I'll tell you my thoughts on these books when I make my wrap up for March, and I hope I'll see you later. So goodbye and see you later. Bye bye.